Chess, nonsense, and analysis. Hi, dear viewer. So here we are again. And this time we are looking at a tournament that is being played in Portugal. And Banele Mhango is playing in this tournament. And he's after a slow start, he's stabilized, and it looks like he's doing very well. I mean, ready to do even better. Yeah, let's see how his tournament has been going thus far. So in the first round, he played against, first and foremost, he's doing very well because his rating is 2269. His performance rating is now standing at 2364. He's winning 15.6, 14.6 rating points. So quite good. In the first round, he beat a player with 2038, second round, 2037. And then he lost against, in the third round, Evgeny Postny from Israel. Okay. And then in the fourth round, he had not so great result. He drew against a player with 2142. He bounced back in round five, beating a player 2125. And then he seems to be getting into his stride now because yesterday he drew against Mats Andersen. That's the game that we're going to profile. A player from Denmark with a rating of 2564. And I remember this player had a rating of like 2670 at one stage. So a very good player. He drew. And today he's actually currently playing as we speak. He's playing against Mikhail Gurevich. Gurevich these days, Gurevich, of course, from Ukraine, Soviet Union, Ukraine, and then now he stays in Belgium and plays for Belgium as well. I mean, we're talking about someone who had a rating of over 2,700, Mikhail Gurevich, one of the very best players in the world. And these days, though he's slightly older, but his rating is 2570. Very, very strong player. So we will see how it goes there. Unfortunately, Banele's got the black pieces, and yeah, his King's Indian seems to be struggling. So we will see how it will go today. But nonetheless, let's have a look at this game. Mm, I like this game. He had his chances. Okay, let's jump into it. So he plays white and plays d4, knight f3, and then knight c6. So knight c6 is clearly a move that is taking uh, white out of theory. Yeah, because why I'm saying that is that if you look at the Chigorin goes like d5, c4, knight c6, and after knight f3, black has got the option of playing bishop g4. So that if white takes on d5, black can take on f3. And this has been the rage. I mean, very well played. I mean, playable opening. It was played by Vasily Smyslov, and then Morozevich, of course, took it over and made it very popular. Mm, right, but in this game, we see this setup. So very strange setup, and you can tell that he's basically just trying to get Banele away from theory. Because at the end of the day, black must still move the knight to try and play the move pawn to c5 to have a hit in the center. e5 is difficult to carry out, so we can see that white will have an advantage, of course. Knight c3, a6, okay. It takes on d5 and plays g3, h6, okay. Bishop g2, knight f6. Well, he's been, someone who does this and does it very well is Magnus Carlsen. And well, we can see that this Anderson is from the same country, is influenced by Magnus. I like 95 by Banale. He's not letting him settle, and he's actually making it. It's a very big question. What are you going to do? You cannot let me take on c6 and double your pawns, and if you take on e5, I will play d takes e5. So he plays 97. It's awkward. The whole thing looks awkward, and I dare say that Anderson would not try this against, say, a Gary Kasparov, someone who would play very actively. So castles, yeah, I mean, moves like Queen B3, they already start to 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 uh to raise their hands, right? Queen B3 to play E4, but it's not the end of the world because queen b3, he will play knight f5, and the game can be very sharp. So anyway, castling is a very sober decision. He plays c6 and now rook e1. Yeah, I don't know about rook e1. Don't like it too much because, okay, maybe he wants to play e4, but it's highly unlikely that we're going to catch black in the center, right? Because black will move the knight. If you play e4, he'll take and play bishop b7. So maybe it was time to start operations on the queen side. Maybe before was possible. Yeah, difficult to say. Rook e1, bishop b6, queen b3, rook a7, knight a4. Yeah, so I don't like. There's nothing wrong with how Banele is playing this, but I'm a classical player. I believe that your moves must be part of a bigger plan. It's too. It's like rook e1 to play e4. The opponent plays bishop b6. We abandon this plan. Now we play for the weakness. We have to make up our mind what we are doing. But nonetheless, white is still having some advantage. Rook a7. This idea has been recently. These ideas have come to the fore because Black is hoping to be able to move the b pawn and the rook and get into the game as well. Knight a4 is a logical move to attack the black squares, the weak black squares. Knight f5 attacks the pawn on d4, e3, bishop d6, bishop d2, a5 to stop the bishop from getting in, like knight b6, bishop a5. Because if I can play knight a5, excuse me, knight b6 and bishop a5, then your rook is out of the game, yeah? Knight c5. So white is slightly better here. Bishop c8. And yeah, it screams punish me, but not easy to find, I guess. Castles, then he plays it slowly, f3. F3 has a dual purpose. I mean, it stops the knight from coming to e4. But in some positions, you could maybe even also play g4. But nonetheless, e4 is the main idea, the main break. Queen c7, he plays knight to d3. 97. So they are maneuvering. Black wants to move the bishop out. Rook c1 plays b6 first, and Banele plays e4. So better for Banele. c5, it takes on c5, check, and this is clearly better for white. White has got a clear advantage here. Two bishops, control of the center, and look at this bishop eyeing there. I mean, this is devastating. So he takes on e4, and I think Banele was too hasty with this. He starts this skirmish because he has a what do we call it? A pattern. Hmm? He's got a pattern on the c file, and he knows that at some stage, if he moves this knight, he's going to have a bishop takes f6 at some point. Yeah, all good, all good. But I also think that here there's no need to rush. I mean, I could take first here on e4. Just f takes e4, and I'm in complete control. The queen is badly placed. The black squares are available for white because remember, black doesn't have a plus square bishop. And if bishop e6, we'll play queen d1 with a huge position. Now we're threatening this knight f7, bishop f6. I mean, sorry, queen d1. Now we're threatening this knight takes f7, and afterwards, all of a sudden, bishop takes f6, and with the rook attacking the queen, you see. And we're able to then start and generate some serious play here. So I think f takes e4 is a huge advantage, but knight f7, okay, is interesting. A4, maybe he missed queen h5. It's possible because now black also has some counterplay. Okay, knight e5, knight d5, and here last chance to keep an advantage is bishop d4. This bishop on d4, the plus square bishop is a key piece for Banele, and he must keep it. And this way, he keeps an advantage. He keeps an advantage in this position. I cannot believe that black will be able to attack. I don't think black believes that himself. It's more like, okay, some poker being played, here, bluffing somewhere here and there. White has got a very, very serious grip on the position, and I would expect Banele to bring the point home in that position. Okay, but after knight d5, he played. So Banele did not play bishop d4. He played f takes e4, and then the bishop was exchanged. You see, and then okay, white is slightly better, but black is out of danger. We can see, yeah. He maneuvers the bishop. This is a very nice maneuver, by the way. Uh, Typical. Petrosian made a similar maneuver, but with the white pieces against Sweating, where Petrosian Su Etinia, he had a bishop on e3, moved it to d2, then to c3. And here we see the similar bishop to d7. And important to know classical games. He puts it on c6, that takes e4. Pawn on e4 falls, and okay, white has a pass pawn, but the king is very weak here, and he cannot escape. And then it was a draw. A very, very nice game by Banele. But I think that he was handed a gift that he didn't take. His opponent underestimated him a lot. I mean, he played out of theory, and his position was very passive. When someone tries like this, you should, punish them. And I think he failed to punish Anderson in this game. But okay, draw is good. And now let's see what he will do against Gorevich. So yeah, good luck to him. All to play for. And yeah, so I'll keep checking on South Africans playing overseas at the moment. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. Share, comment, like, subscribe, do them all at the same time. All right. Yeah, so I will see you next time, dear viewer. And yeah, thank you for joining in. Till next time, all I will say for now is checkmate.